the world record for surviving the highest fall without a parachute. Vesna Vulovich was a Serbian flight attendant who holds the Guinness World Record for surviving the highest fall without a parachute from 10,160 meters. She was the sole survivor after a briefcase bomb exploded in the baggage compartment of JAT Flight on January 1972, causing it to crash near Srbska Kamenice, Czechoslovakia. Flight 367 departed from Copenhagen Airport. The explosion caused the aircraft to break apart over the Czechoslovak village. Vesna was the only survivor of the 28 passengers and crew. She was discovered by villager Bruno Honky, who heard her screaming amid the wreckage. Honky had been a medic during Second World War and was able to keep her alive until rescuers arrived. Air safety investigators attributed Vesna's survival to her being trapped by a food cart in the fuselage as it broke away from the rest of the aircraft and plummeted towards the ground. When the cabin depressurized, the passengers and other flight crew were blown out of the aircraft and fell to their deaths. Investigators believed that the fuselage, with Vesna pinned inside, landed at an angle in a heavily wooded and snow-covered mountainside, which cushioned the impact. Following the bombing, Vesna Vulovich spent days in a coma and was hospitalized for several months. She suffered a fractured skull, 3 broken vertebrae, broken legs and ribs. These injuries resulted in her being temporarily paralyzed from the waist down. She made an almost complete recovery, but continued to walk with a limp. Vesna had no memory of the incident and had no qualms about flying in the aftermath of the crash. She had total amnesia from the hour preceding her fall until 1 month afterwards. Vesna's parents told her that she first learned of the crash about 2 weeks after it occurred. She fainted upon being shown a newspaper headline by her doctor and had to be tranquilized. The last thing that Vulovich could remember from before the crash was greeting passengers as they boarded. The next thing she remembered was seeing her parents in her hospital room about 1 month later. Within 10 months of her fall, Vesna had regained the ability to walk, but limped for the rest of her life, her spine permanently twisted. In total, she spent 16 months recuperating. "Nobody ever expected me to live this long," she recounted in 2008. Vesna attributed her recovery to her Serbian stubbornness and a childhood diet that included chocolate, spinach, and fish oil.